Hey guys, Corbin Hostler back here this week, and we are coming back with another episode of Mining Modern. This time with a pretty fun deck, actually. This is something different. Last week we had a nice one with Mill, and that was pretty fun. This week, though, something a little more interactive. I think is probably the best way to describe it. So, several years ago at Worlds, somebody showed up with a crazy Aether Vial, Vendilion Click, Snapcaster, Tarmogoyf deck, and it was just this weird thing that didn't make a lot of sense. It's not the sort of deck you typically see Aether Vial in, but it's sort of the epitome of play the Vial, counter everything after that type of deck. And I saw it, that was the deck came up and it was good at Worlds and then sort of disappeared. But I saw it pop up at an event a couple weeks ago. I think it did well at some sort of regional tournament. So I figured, why not? Let's give it a shot, see what it's like in today's metagame. So basically, as you can see, we're a rug or a teamer style deck with just a bunch of value cards. Basically lands, you have to heavily weight your lands towards blue for the cryptic commands in the deck. But you also, it's just, outside of that, a bunch of fetches, sort of the typical stuff. Some Serum Visions, some Spell Snares, early game stuff, Bolts, Aether Vials, obviously, as you'd expect, the removal suite here. And then, sort of a varied counterspell suite with the Mana Leaks and some Remands. And, of course, Snapcaster Mage and Tarmogoyfs. And a Scooz in here. So, just sort of your value 2-drops that you can get off the vial. Obviously, Goyf is a great beater. Snapcaster, does a lot of work in this deck. And Scooz for value here. Again, moving on to the 3-drop spot. Thirst is just a good draw spell and actually gives you something to do with your Aether Vials in the late game, which is pretty nice. It can be flashback as well. Vendilion Click's another great card to vial in on someone's draw step. Allows you to hold up mana for a counterspell while still getting the creature down. Dismember just sort of to be the 5th bolt. And Electrolyze because it's good. The Cryptic commands and a couple of value Hump Masters. Now, let me tell you basically you sort of see, it's just a pile of good cards, and that's certainly a way to play Modern. What this deck does have for it, though, is some sweet loops. You can Cryptic command to counter a spell and do whatever. Then you can vial in an Eternal Witness on turn 4 to get that Cryptic command back. After that, if you've Cryptic their turn 4 and vialed in a Witness, you get your Cryptic back. On turn 5, you keep your vial sitting on 3. You Cryptic command, counter spell, return Eternal Witness to your hand, and then you can vial the Witness back in to get the Cryptic back, repeat the loop. So, I'm going to call it a lock, but it is sort of a soft lock. It's just a really nice recursive power you can build to. And of course, you have some other, picking up a Snapcaster Mage with a Cryptic command can be pretty good as well. Same with Vendilion Click or Hump Master. And that's sort of the idea of the deck, is to play this control game and then set up this, this Cryptic command loops in the late game. While at the same time, we're playing Tarmogoyfs and you just kill people. So it's actually a lot of fun to play. I'm looking forward to running this one here. Sideboard, let's go ahead and sort by mana cost here. Sort of, greatest hits out of the sideboard. There's so many generic sideboard cards, like Vandal Blast in Modern. Great one against a lot of decks. Grafdigger's Cage against the Nahiri decks and the Coco decks and so on. Negate for the combo. Grudges for affinities. Sudden Shock, it's a saucy one. It's actually probably an underplayed card in Modern because it's very good against something like Infect. They can't respond with the Vines of the Vastwood due to split second, so you just get to kill it. Same with Arcbound Ravager. They can't respond by sacking and doing all of that. Feed the Clan, Life Gain for Burn. Anger Sweepers, Molten Rain for Tron. Electrolyze for little guys. Counterflux for combo decks. Colonial Laundry for combo decks. Staticaster for Lingering Souls, Affinity, that sort of thing. So I pulled this list off of the one that did well a couple weeks ago, so that's where we're getting this. And, there's a lot of maybe specialization or just preference in this, with some of the one-of sideboard cards and things like that. But as a whole, this deck has put up results both in the past and recently, so I'm pretty excited to try it out here.